Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Mischa Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within.
Covert Anger Part 3. How I came to a point in my life and realized that I did indeed have covert anger issues, meaning they were covert to my awareness. I justified them in all sorts of ways. They were subversive. If you listen to the previous parts 1 and 2, you also heard me say subversive. I like that word as well. Like, they were subversive to the health of my personal relationships. In the short term, in hindsight, working it out has made my long-term relationships better anyhow. So, covert and subversive anger, and how back in those days I would have sworn that I did not have anger issues, and I would have sworn that I was not yelling at you. I was just passionately stating my case or passionately encouraging you to change your behavior, or to see things differently, or to see things my way, or to whatever, to try and get people, places, and things to act as I wanted. And then, of course, the pain got great enough. The pain in my relationships became great enough that I was like, yeah, I need to do things differently. And then I'm going to tell you about some steps that I took, some of the results, and, some fun social proof. But before I get to that, I'm going to divert for 1 second, which if you've been listening, I can do. I will definitely divert. One of my favorite things to do is walk. Love to get out and walk. Yes, get out and walk. So good for me. And then another thing I love doing is podcasting. I, most of the time, love letting it rip, recording an episode, growing in this process. And I just wanted to say that I'm getting to do that right now. I'm getting to do 2 things that I love. One is to walk, and one is to let it rip for a podcast episode. And what do I use to do that? My Shure MV 88 mic, which has a lightning adapter, so I use it with my iPhone. I was not intending this to be a sales pitch to you. But nonetheless, here we go. If you would like to walk and record, take messy action for your podcast, or also for your YouTube channel, because the Motive MV88 now has the integrated software for video for your iPhone camera. So for a while it just worked for audio, but now there is the Motive audio app as well as the Motive video app. So go to my show notes, click on the link where you can buy the Shure MV 88 mic and perhaps have fun with podcasting, YouTube channeling, recording, and using the mic to ensure on an awesome price range have the best available audio as well as super easy functionality. Okay, for those of you who don't care about all that, I'm very sorry. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you were using the fast forward button. So I really started noticing, well, I would hear people say, well, people, specifically my wife at the time, you're angry. And I'm like, I am not angry. You are angry. Oh no, I am not angry. And, I looked at it on a scale. I'm not angry as my mother, as I thought my mother was. I'm not angry as I thought my father was. Or I could look out into the public and be like, I'm not angry as them. I am not, physically abusive. That's the easy one. I don't have anger issues. I'm not fighting. I'm not in fisticuffs, or I'm not pushing people physically, like putting my, shoving someone, or, beating my kids, or, and I'm sorry I'm even saying these sorts of things. It just sounds so aggressive, or beating my wife, right? And God bless you if that is manifesting in your life. I hope it sorts itself out. But anyway, for me, it was clear that, yes, I raised my voice a lot, or, I could be intimidating as a physical presence. 6'2", I can have a loud, booming voice. I can seethe with anger. I'm very effective at the silent treatment, which the silent treatment, like going deep within in a negative way like that, like collapsing within myself and shutting down, and then, projecting that out to the world, to my ex-wife, Dawn. Dawn, sorry when I did that. It turns out I had the habit of doing that. I was gifted in both. I was very gifted in the art of the seating silent treatment, as well as the art of justifying my booming loud voice and these sorts of things. And of course my kids, this demand for respect. This whole demand for respect. Well, that's how my father was, or that's how our generation is, or maybe you still as a person demand respect from your kids. If you do, God bless. That did not work for me, it turns out. How else could I say it? Just, the need to be right, people, places, things. And it worked for me, right? Like that aggressive attitude worked for me in sales, meaning I could channel that energy into telemarketing, into prospecting, into door-to-door sales. So not that I was being angry towards my prospects, but I could channel that energy towards sales. And, people, I could be of service. People, there was guys out there who loved, my A-type sales, that sort of master of the universe, kiss my ass if you don't like me kind of an attitude. Bringing that attitude with arrogance, shall we say. Thanks to my dialogue on the MV88, which again I would encourage you to buy and start recording your thoughts, because it's super fun. I'm starting to run long on this episode, so just to recap where we are, I'm talking about the anger in a broad sense, and I'm going to tell you where I absolutely had the awareness that it needed to change and the next steps from there. So look forward to, I suppose it would be part 4. Peace out. Have a good day.
Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.